Okay, so spoiler warning. This is not a spoiler-free review, so you go watch the episode first, I guess. Wow, okay, so that took a turn. Okay. What if episode 4 is what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? And just a reminder, these videos are made possible by my supporters on this platform, so if you do want to support me, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description below. Now, I'm going to be completely real with you. I think it adds a whole extra layer to these what if episodes if you remember the events of the original story. I had to Google Christine Palmer because I don't remember Doctor Strange 2016 very well. It's not a bad movie, it's a good movie. It's just my memory of that one is a little hazy. It's more of a fever dream than it is anything else. Doctor Strange is one of those scenarios where I like the character more than the movie that he was in. I liked him more in things like Infinity War and Endgame and Thor Ragnarok, and Christine hasn't been seen since that first film, so it's like, I don't remember what kind of role she really played in that first film. So I'm gonna say this straight up, part of me wishes I'd done my homework and rewatched Doctor Strange before watching this one, because I only remember that he was traveling alone and he busted his hands up in the car. In this version, it's Christine that pays the price. She's with him in this, she's the one that gets killed, and we see him go on to become Doctor Strange. He learns the mystical powers and all that stuff, and he tries using the Eye of Agamotto to change the timeline, but it is set in stone. She has to die. Like, no matter what he does, she fucking dies. If she doesn't get killed by the car, she gets killed by a gangster. If not by a gangster, by a heart attack. Just, this timeline really wants this poor girl dead. She's very important in this story, and I genuinely did not remember who Christine was. But I tell you what, with my lack of memory of the original film aside, what a story, Marvel. Like, this was a fantastic story for Doctor Strange. Like, I loved this one. Like, what happens when a master of mystic arts doesn't know how to process his grief and refuses to accept reality? What happens when someone with reality-bending powers can't accept reality? Golden TV right there. And the result is, rather than becoming the master of the mystic arts, Doctor Strange kind of ends up becoming the monster of the mystic arts. To the point where the Ancient One literally splits his timeline within the same universe, creating two different Doctor Stranges that fight each other. This is as wacky and wonderful of a Doctor Strange story as you could expect, but really a tragic story as well. As the Dark Timeline Doctor Strange kind of destroys the fabric of space-time with the more power he consumes in order to bring back Christine. And you see him stealing the powers of these different mystical creatures by killing them and basically consuming them. And it's like, I really fucking felt sorry for that poor little gnome dude and the tentacle monster and all that. And just to notice, then you ever notice how, like, What If has a kind of a thing for tentacles in this animated universe? I think this should have been an anime. I'm not going to lie, I don't hate the animation, but it hasn't really grown on me. I still think this should have been animated in 12 frames per second as opposed to 30, because it would just make it feel that little bit more, it's too clean, everything's too smooth. Go down the Into the Spider-Verse route and make everything slightly, where it's 12 frames per second, basically. It makes all of the movements a bit more rigid. It's a small tweak that I just think would go a long way. But like the episode before, it's the cinematography actually really manages to transcend this animation style, which I'm not big on. But like the imagery here is fantastic. The way some of these monsters are realized are fantastic. The landscapes, especially in the latter part of the episode, look fantastic. Like, this is a suitably very mystic looking episode. And in the end, the dark version of Doctor Strange even goes as far as to consume himself. The good guy Doctor Strange. He gets Christine back, briefly, but she can't stand the sight of him, and she's ending along with the rest of the universe that he destroyed. And we get a dark ending. I'm so thrilled. I mean, something I said about last week's episode with What If Earth Lost Its Mightiest Heroes. We still got a good ending out of it, because we have Captain Marvel coming in to stop Loki. Whereas with this, we don't get the good ending. This is the bad ending. I like that. More of that, please. Give me more bad endings. Like, this is what it should be. Like, The first couple of episodes, which I wasn't big on, Captain Carter, it still had a happy ending to it. What if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Way too happy of an outcome. Like, that's the happy timeline, man. That's like, there's not even any challenges ahead for King T'Challa, although there's problems coming ahead with Ego, but, like, we don't get to see those play out unless we get a sequel, which I hope we do. But then, like, we got kind of a semi-good neutral ending with What If Earth Lost Its Mightiest Heroes. This right here is bad ending. The universe ends. It's fucked. It's gone. Like, that's awesome. And it's all Doctor Strange's fault, that bastard. Although, like, obviously his motivations are sound. It's just, his hubris gets the better of him. He thinks he knows better. He thinks he knows best. He thinks, that Christine should live even though the universe has said no. I love his determination. It's a character motivation I can get behind. Grief has the capacity to corrupt, and this is what happens if you don't overcome your grief. The fucking universe ends. So, yeah, take it easy, man. Get well soon. Doctor Strange in a battle against time and space. You love to see it. This was just great. Compelling drama, a great premise. The acting was great too. This is what if should be all about. This is what if should be all about. What a fucking title, what if. This is what it should be about. Yeah, this is a gush fest. This is everything I want out of a Doctor Strange story. And as I say, I don't remember 2016's Doctor Strange very well. And it's kind of bold of you to assume that I do, Marvel. Come on. Nah, but like, I guess that is my own fault for forgetting. So if I had one criticism, it's kind of just bold of you to assume I remember Doctor Strange 2016 well enough to know what the catalyst difference is here. All I know is that Christine wasn't in the car. I want to go back and check. Doctor Strange 2016 to see why Christine was not in the car. But also just the whole stuff of Doctor Strange, like, trying his best to go back in time and save her. It's really good introspective character stuff. This is what it's all about. This is a character-driven episode. And yeah, it's the best one yet. This is the best episode we've had so far. So, more like this, Marvel. More like this. I like this. This is great. This is what this concept should be. I look forward to what's coming next because I think this series is really picking up right now. We got 2 episodes and now we've got 2 really good ones. So I look forward to what's coming up next. And you know what? The 2 good episodes we got so far haven't been the character swap ones. So that's something. Like, the character swapsies, like, maybe just knock it on the head with the character swapsies and do more interesting stuff like this. I don't know. But like, yeah. I don't really have much else to say. Yeah, this was a good character study on Doctor Strange and how he would handle grief like that, It really goes to show the devotion that he has towards Christine, which I didn't even remember. I just kind of remembered them being like, oh, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I might be wrong on that, so rewatch Doctor Strange. Someone in the comments tell me what the fuck happened in that movie. I remember he fucks his hands up. He goes to learn the mystic arts to get his hands working again because he needs them for his profession. And he goes and fights Dormammu. And there's also Calcius, the dude with the fucked up eyes, played by Mads Mikkelsen. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the city, and the Ancient One fucking dies, and, like, that's the stuff I remember. I do not remember Christine. I'm sorry, no offense to the actress that played her, I just don't understand this character. Understand? Remember. I don't remember this character. Fuck. But, like, clearly, she was pretty important to Doctor Strange. Clearly, evidently. I wonder if we're going to see her in the multiverse. I wonder if we're going to see her in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I look forward to finding out. But in the meantime, this episode was short, it was sweet, it was wonderful, it was great, and I loved it. Okay? So what do you guys think? If you enjoyed this video and you want to support more like it, be sure to hit that big, beautiful subscribe button. And of course, in the description below are links to different social media feeds, including the Patreon. If you're feeling extra generous, like the following people, who are JK Strife, Marcus Ward, Sirius the Skeptic, Biotinarts, Mr. SP, Adam Myers, and Fayalan Schwarzentrau. Thank you guys, you are the best of the best, but as for the rest of you, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day.